So we actually saw in the beginning of the episode of Sayo actually in a date with this guy named Eugene. So we knew that the rest of the Kirameigers actually saw who he is, which he is a researcher, which he is a doctor just like Sayo. So we knew that they're going to eavesdrop on his date. But around the same time, they actually heard an alert, which we actually see the Kirameigers without Sayo actually rush into action, which we seen a Jamon by the name of Nasokaki Jamon, who actually used his ability to use his ability to put question marks on his victim's chest. And the only way to remove them is to, answer the question correctly, which is a difficult question. But when the Kiramagers actually arrive and then morph, he did the same thing to them, which we seen how they cannot answer the question correctly. So we actually seen them battle him. But he actually reflected their attacks, which that's another ability. But we seen how he retreated for now, by which Eugene actually leave, which we knew that Sayo actually have strong feelings for him, but we don't know what he's researching. But meanwhile, we saw Udana and Catrangula actually saw what appears to be a seed, which he actually knew was actually it is. But the Kilometer is trying to figure out a way to remove the question marks off of them. But they actually do reverse psychology on the Jamon. But we saw the Kilometers actually saw Sayo returning, and they also eavesdrop on her phone call, which we seen how he wants her to look onto something that he's been researching, and she agrees. So the rest of the Rangers decided to go on without her. So Sayo went to the lab with Yujin, which they actually look at what appears to be a seed, which means that they could actually look at something that the Yudon actually have. Meanwhile, we saw Gersa met Hakobo, who actually wants him to take him to his brother Oradun, which we've seen how he met him for the first time since his betrayal. Now we saw how Udana actually appeared and told her that the seed is actually the Udon Ivory seed, and which that's something that he planted on the earth. Meanwhile, the rest of the Rangers have met the Jamon, and they played the reverse psychology on him, which they actually get him to answer the question correctly, and he actually got the question marks away from them. So now they actually battle him as well, which they had to use the Go Kira, let's say the Go Kirameiger mode and defeated Jamon. Meanwhile, we saw Udana actually defeated Sayo after she tried to hold him off while Eugen gave him her morpher to try to warn the others, which the professor told them that it created more monsters that he actually let out. So he actually had bring out the tank Shelga, the shield Shelga, and the Sen Goku Basra, which means that we could be looking at a monster battle on our way, which means that we get to see Dream Megazords battle the Dream Monsters as well. Now they have planted a seed called the Yodon Ivory seed, which we knew that this could be trouble. But we saw the monsters actually appeared, which means that we get to see a Megazord battle, just like in Zeo, where the Rangers have received the new swords, the Super Zeo swords, and they battle the monsters from the previous episodes. So we're going to see what's going to happen on the next episode next weekend. So anyway, like this video, subscribe for more, and comment all you think about the episode. You guys can also follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, and my Facebook page. Until then, this is Anime Guy joining here saying signing out. Laters and be safe.